The past two seasons, the Minnesota Vikings have been looking for a reliable wide receiver number three, potentially number two, even though we have Jordan Addison. But we've had our mix of Tristan Jackson. What is his name? Theo something. I don't even know. We just haven't had a number three or a reliable three receiver since KJ Osborne was on the team. And that's what we're looking for. Other than TJ Hawkinson at tight end, we need another weapon at the wide receiver position. Plus, we like to throw the rock in Kevin O'Connell's offense. We want to move the ball down the field. We want to score points, and we do it through the air. Not so much the run game, even though it got better, but Minnesota is looking for that third piece in that receiving room, and Cooper Kupp just might be that piece. We heard over the weekend that Cooper Kupp is now available via trade from the Los Angeles Rams. He's getting up there in age, but he could be on the cheaper side since he is getting older. Okay. He's dealing with some injuries, has some problems the last couple of seasons, but he's very reliable when he's on the field. And Puka Nacua has taken the stardom over there in Los Angeles. So could Cooper Kupp be a Minnesota Viking this offseason? Let's talk about it. But before we do, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these and mini helmets, feel free to hit the link I have pinned in the comment section. It's also in the description. Use promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, fully customizable ones, and they also have helmets you can wear on a football field. If you just want a gift, something to hang around the house, Green Gridiron is the place for you. If you're looking to show your fandom with these mini helmets or even the full-size replica ones, use that promo code after you hit the link in the comment section or the description, MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. And if they already have a current deal going on, you can actually stack that promo code to receive even more off of your final purchase. So Cooper Kupp, could the Minnesota Vikings trade for him and add their third, target in the wide receiver room? I'm not sure, but you never know. Wilder things have happened in the NFL. Now, the Minnesota Vikings lost to Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, we know, in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs last month. We all get it. Okay, we know. Season ended abruptly. It sucks. It is what it is. But a disappointing end to an otherwise successful 2024 season. But while the Rams season did last a bit longer than the Vikings, it didn't make it past the divisional round when they lost in a nail-biter to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Los Angeles Rams are trading wide receiver Cooper Kupp because of the loss against Philadelphia Eagles. LA is looking to the future, just like Minnesota is. And on Monday, news broke that the Rams have made the difficult decision to place Cooper Kupp on the trade block to be traded immediately. They're looking to ship him out as fast as possible, okay? Preferably, I'm assuming, before March 18th when the new league year begins, which means when that happens, when that day comes at like 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that contract becomes guaranteed at that point in time, so the Rams would have to pay him. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You can double check me on that. But the star receiver broke the news himself via social media, making it clear that this was not his decision. He wants to remain in Los Angeles, but the Rams don't care. They say, hey, any takers? We want Cooper Kupp out of here. So 31-year-old wide receiver Cooper Kupp is going to get traded by the Los Angeles Rams. What does that have to do with the Minnesota Vikings? Well, it's very possible it means absolutely nothing. Okay, it could be all smoke, but the Vikings are looking very secure at wide receiver for the next couple of years after Justin Jefferson signed a massive contract extension last offseason. But Kupp ultimately landing with the Minnesota Vikings may be a less of a stretch than it seems at first glance, okay? Remember, him and Kevin O'Connell have a very successful past together. Back when Cooper Kupp went full Superman during the 2021 season with 145 receptions, 1,947 receiving yards, and 16 touchdowns, his offensive coordinator was none other than Kevin O'Connell, now head coach for our Minnesota Vikings. Just take that in mind, right? I believe they went to a Super Bowl together. I believe they won a Super Bowl together. Now, the Rams are likely to seek a day 2 or 3 draft pick in return for Cooper Kupp. That seems like a very reasonable price until you look at his salary, which has him due to make $20 million in cash next season, while counting $30 million against the salary cap. Now, will the Rams find a suitor given the financial burden Kupp's contract has become? Well, NFL insider Kevin Seifert isn't so sure. And if LA can't find a partner for Kupp, well, that would open more avenues to a Cooper Kupp plus Kevin O'Connell reunion. Not only that, But it's also important to look beyond the immediate future when addressing any portion of an NFL roster. Okay, Jordan Addison is going into his third NFL season. Not only has he caused the Vikings organization some headaches off the field since being drafted out of USC in 2023, but Addison is also going to demand a massive payday in the next offseason or two. We just got done paying Justin Jefferson. It's very, very hard to sign two receivers to a massive contract. If you do that, you basically have a bunch of Joe Schmoes on your defense or the rest of your offense. You have nobody because you don't have any money to pay anybody. So you're going to get a bunch of second string players to be starters. That's just not going to cut it, especially when we're looking forward. We want to win a Super Bowl here in Minnesota. That's the only thing that matters. Okay, we want to win the division, we want to win playoff games, but we want to get to the Super Bowl, and we finally want to break the curse and win one. Okay, we're 0-4 in Super Bowls. Let's change that. Let's go 1-4 in Super Bowls. We need a Lombardi here, so it's very hard to do that. But we would have to obviously trade away Jordan Addison. I don't think that's going to happen because he does have another 2 years left on his rookie contract. I think the Vikings can find some way to make that work, especially with JJ McCarthy still being on his rookie deal. Now, it all basically depends on what the Vikings do at quarterback. If they're going to stick with Sam Darnold, he's going to demand a lot of money. Okay. That would take the Cooper Kupp offer off the table. That would take the potential, trading for Myles Garrett off the table. That would take a lot of things off of the Vikings table. I just don't think that's the option they're going to go. So if they stick with JJ McCarthy, we have 3, potentially 4 or 5 draft picks. 3 for sure. 4 and 5 draft picks would be because of the compensatory picks that we would get if Daniel Jones leaves. And I believe there was one other reason that we got a compensatory pick. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but you get it. We don't have much draft capital. So if we have to trade a second or third day pick, we have 2 fifths. Perfect. We could get rid of one of those, bring in Cooper Kupp, make this offense even more dynamic in the passing attack, not so much the run game, but we could figure that out in free agency by signing a Najee Harris or a Javonte Williams, or even through the draft later on with the other 5th round pick that we have, maybe a Omarion Hampton from North Carolina or a Caleb Johnson from Iowa. There's plenty of options the Vikings could look at running back, but bringing Cooper Kupp into the Minnesota organization, I think, would be a fun addition. I think it would be somewhat of a smart decision just because we have 3 targets that are very reliable, very good at route running, and just making plays and scoring touchdowns. And that would be great. It would also take eyes off of Justin Jefferson, because if you take one eye off of Justin Jefferson, or if you don't take an eye off of Justin Jefferson, you have Jordan Addison and Cooper Kupp. The ball is going to one of them. And you also have TJ Hawkinson to worry about. So it spreads the defense out a little bit more, makes the Vikings a little bit more dynamic in that passing attack, like I mentioned. I think bringing Cooper Kupp to the Minnesota Vikings would be a smart decision, but it wouldn't be so smart financially. So we'll see what the Vikings decide to do, but Cooper Kupp to the Minnesota Vikings could happen. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skull Vikes.